Everyone, welcome back to OCD Recovery's YouTube channel. Today I have a very unique video. Rob did a video last week basically talking about not following the crowd and basically talking about doing things you enjoy regardless of what people think about you. Even if it's bad for you, you could still accept yourself in that example and still bring down some of those behaviors. So this is just a unique video about myself. It's not really OCD based. I will throw some OCD and anxiety suffering stuff in there, but I have this memory box, which is to my left, and in front of me is, I'm going to pull a lot of this up, is everything that you can imagine that I thought was important to me. Now, the importance of this video for myself is a lot of the things on the table right now, wristbands and different stuff, like the mental hospital wristband I've saved, is for memory type things that happened in my life. When we're on our deathbed, because there's things in life, there's nothing wrong with playing video games or doing certain things, but in our life, we're more than likely not going to be on our deathbed thinking, I'm so happy I played 90 hours of video games a week. You might say that, but I doubt it. I'm so happy I did all those compulsive, unhealthy behaviors. So one of the most important things for me about life is experiences. Now, I'm not really sure where I'm going to start here, but I'm going to start probably right in front of me. And that is the infamous video game controller. So as many of you know, video games was a major part of my life. It was a huge compulsive behavior. I was playing upwards of 90 plus hours a week. I had times where I played for 36, 40 hours straight without sleeping, consuming large amounts of caffeine. It was really unhealthy. So when I was struggling with sensorimotor OCD, this was really my escape. This was my, because I've had people say this is not linked to your OCD. And I'm like, well, I can understand why you think that, but that actually was my largest compulsive avoidance behavior. This was it right here. This was the thing that kept me from getting better. I have broken controllers and all sorts of stuff. I played video games at the competitive level with the same like 2 or 3 kids for almost 10 years. Who I've never met in person, but they are good friends of mine. And it was a really weird time in my life when I developed sensorimotor OCD, because I already had an unhealthy relationship with video games. But when this took place, it completely ramped up to a whole new level. I mean, 14 hours straight was like a low day. Yeah, so think about that. That's crazy. Now, actually, before I start talking about the festival stuff, one of the things I like to collect are basically my old licenses. So I have look at this. This is true Jersey. Let's see if I can get it. Just look at how funny that is. The color of me and my affliction shirt. So that was issued August 23rd, 2011. Holy shit. So that was a really long time ago. I have some of my stuff from New Jersey and Florida, which I save these because it's funny to look back and look at the aging process. It's like, holy shit. Because, you know, aging, you don't really notice it on the day-to-day process, but you start to notice it like 5, 10 years down the road. So that was really, really cool. So another thing I want to talk about experience-wise is comedy. I love comedy. Let's see when the date on this was. Wow. So this was a year before I started suffering chronically, but I definitely had a lot of problems at this point in time. This is a ticket for Jim Jeffries at the Hard Rock in Orlando. I don't even really remember so much of the show because I still was so focused on certain compulsive behaviors, but Jim Jeffries' comedy is not for everyone. He has a couple really good bits he's just hilarious. He's from Australia. They use the C word a lot. It's how we say shit. That's their form of that. They say the C word all the time. At least some of the Australians I follow, and they're hilarious. So this was a really good show. Comedy has always been really important in my life, especially when I was suffering, to kind of not so much use it compulsively, because I never used it compulsively, but use it in a way to where it was giving me some relief when I was really having a bad day. So that was really important. Then next, this right here was the wristband from this isn't the mental hospital, I was wrong. This was a regular hospital right before I started suffering with, okay, so this is June 23rd, 2019. This is right before I started suffering with sensorimotor, when I had really bad tinnitus or tinnitus. I'm going to call it tinnitus. That's just how I say it. And I was in there freaking out, like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? If you see like the light kind of going in and out, sorry about that. Just that weird time of day right now. Sometimes I can't really help that. But, you know, it is, I can't help that. I don't control the sun. That was actually funny. So that was a really unique time in my life to where I was doing everything I could to run from my tinnitus. I thought that was a cool experience. I have my 21st birthday pin they gave me at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, which is so much fun. Universal Orlando, Nick, it's my birthday. This is amazing. This is great. 2011. Yeah, this is wild. You know, this is from my 21st birthday. So this was coming up on 13 years ago. Holy shit. I have my original passport here, which my wife has been yelling at me to get a new one because this one expired almost 4 years ago. So yeah, I definitely need a new passport for sure, which is funny. This is super cool. This is a hotel in Key West. If someone's watching this who lives in Key West, I'm sure you're watching this. Casa Marina. I've stayed here a bunch of times. My cousins actually got married. My cousin got married on my birthday, which is November 28th. And then this is the room key. I'm not really sure why I kept this, but I love that hotel. It is one of my favorite hotels. Beautiful, right on the ocean. Great. Have some weird stuff, like some of my original wallets. This is, okay, let's go to some of the glasses. So this one is from EDC New York. I remember in 2014, so this is almost 8 years ago. And then this one was a light up one. I wouldn't wear anything like this now. This is amazing lights. So the people who invented the gloving, let's put these on. I don't think I've put these on in a long time. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to wear these to work and be like, hey, what's up? And like have them on and not tell patients. Show up and be like, oh, look at this, blah, blah, blah. So that would be hilarious. This was amazing. This was a really, really, really funny experience. I remember when in America, 26 years old, you go off your parents' insurance policies. You have to start paying your own health insurance. That's fun. So I have my first insurance cards right here. I have my first debit card. Oh, wow, growing up. And this is one of the things they do. They cut these licenses to know that you're done, or they put holes in them. So yeah, first debit cards, all sorts of cool stuff like that. Just like funny little unique memories to where every once in a while I'll sit down and look at these. I have, you know, my Easy Passes for the tolls in New Jersey and Florida. Easy Pass versus E-Pass. So let's see if they have a date on this one. They don't, but I remember, you know, when I was an idiot kid, I would just run the tolls. My dad's like, you do realize you have to pay them, right? I was like, oh, really? Because I was an idiot. So yeah, that was great. So like I said, okay, so let's go into really the experiences that matter the most to me. So when I went to, this is 2014 and 2015 EDC Vegas. Those are the last two times I went. So I don't think there's anything inside of these now that I know of. There is a cool handbook. Let me just see if there's not anything in this one. So, but I honestly have never actually taken this out. Oh, that is cool. So there's basically all these pictures of the stages in here. Wow. I can't believe this was coming up on 8 years ago already. It felt like I was just there, which is totally crazy. Let's see. EDC 2013. So this is the stats before. $278 million was put into this. 350,000 square feet. 229 acts, 500 performances, 1,200 production crews, and $1 per pass and $10 per guest list was donated to charity. So in all the Insomniac events, which is the company that runs EDC in 2013, there was over 907,000 attendees. 17 million pounds of steel produced. It's so cool. Attendees from 50 states and over 50 countries. That is cool. So this was this was the first time I'd ever gone to the West Coast, ever. I think I went to Arizona, but I mean, it's not the coast, but the first time I really went out past the East Coast. I mean, born and raised in New Jersey, and then lived in Florida for 10 years. So that was really a big part of my life. So, and that's what's cool about this memory box. I get to, like I said, I get to go back and look at these things from time to time. Now, 2015 was wild because we went for a week in Vegas. Same thing. I guess they have it, you know, the same package. I never, ever, ever, oh, that's cool. I literally never have looked in here. But these are all pictures from the year before. This would be something I would do. These are people running in when the gates are open. I would be one of those maniacs. I would get there like 3 hours early just to be one of the first people inside. Total idiot. So that was a blast. And, you know, when I'm at these, oh, like I said, so yeah, a week in Vegas, not recommended. That was a tough, by the time the festival came around, I was like, oh, I am struggling. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Now, Ultra Music Festival, which what I do is, this is the one from this year, 2022, which was the 22nd year, because 2018 was the 20th anniversary. So they've done tickets in all different ways. So like it says the face value on this one, $450. This one's not even mine, it's my buddy's. That is hilarious. I wonder if I lost mine and I was like, yo, can I put this in my memory box? So just really like kind of, ooh, look how fancy that is. What they did was they used to give you, like, look at this, right? This is 2014 Las Vegas. They used to give you this card that you'd have to scan. Nightmare. People would probably lose them all the time. And they were like, this is not good. So eventually they did wristbands. So there's a little like magnetic and you check in right here. So that's the 2015 Ultra, and then 2015 EDC New York. So I've been to a lot. Now, after they did that and they kind of smartened up a little bit, they started doing wristbands. And as you can imagine, I have a lot of them. This one is a 2-day pass from, is it EDC Orlando? I know it is from the colors of it. This is this is Ultra. This is Ultra Music Festival. 2019. So this is the year before this one. So you see, what I do is I wear them forever. Then I cut them off and put them in my memory box because I'm ridiculous. I don't know what this is from. And I was like, what is this from? You must be 18 to sample products. So it must mean something. So yeah, these are all the things that matter a lot in my life. This was the one from this year. I still don't know what this is, and I save my plane tickets sometimes as well. I think that's funny. So I really don't know what this is, but it is something. And it is from Ultra. I still have yet to figure it. Like, see what I mean? It does one of those, like, what is that? What is that? Ultra 2017, different things like this. So bunch of crazy stuff in here. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was, I have a lot of people that ask me, when am I going to stop going to music festivals? When am I going to give that up? And I don't see a time ever where I'm giving that up. I will be thoroughly going and enjoying music festivals until I die. If that's when I'm 90 years old, I will guarantee be going when I'm in my 70s and 80s. I shit you not. Because they are that much fun to me. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm in line. How many Ultras you been to? 2. What about you? 55. So, and those experiences to me are really important in life. And what I do is, like I said, I come here and put these in my box. So it's important to remember that there's never going to be a period in life where you're going to be ready to go to these events when you're suffering. You're going to have to learn how to bring that suffering with you. That is absolutely key when it comes to OCD recovery or anxiety recovery or any recovery. You know, one of the things I kind of get, not I would say hammered on for, but people are like, oh man, you know, sometimes you could be blunter, more blunt than say Rob at times. I definitely can be very compassionate, but what I've noticed myself with OCD and anxiety, if there's too much compassion and too much empathy, like I don't use percentages, but 70, 80% of that and very little tough love, the person makes no progress. I work with enough people to where I see this. A lot of people disagree with me, but the people that are disagreeing with me, usually what I notice is they're coasting and they're not actually getting better. Not long term. They might be leaving reassurance and compulsive behaviors because they think they're okay, which is, again, you know, you're going to have to come to this realization that what you're doing right now, if it's not working, you'll have to change it and get really uncomfortable. Now, you know, again, compassion and empathy is so important. It's one of the unique aspects about humans, right? Humans, this is actually really interesting. I think Jordan Peterson might have said this, or another anthropologist or human biologist, evolutionary speaker, was saying that empathy and compassion is one of the main reasons why humans can live so long, because have survived so long. So like chimpanzees will rip each other to pieces. They'll kill their family members. We're human beings, that has happened, but empathy allows people to grow actually as a society. If you look at what is one of the number one things that makes human beings the dominant species on this planet, we can think about our thinking, we have empathy and compassion, and we can problem solve. That's really, really key. So, and I have a bunch of other stuff here too. I have like my license plate from Orlando and just a bunch of unique stuff. So, you're putting your life on hold because you're feeling tough is understandable, but it gets you absolutely nowhere. It gets you fucking nowhere. We try our best not to curse sometimes in the videos. I think I used to curse a little bit more in my beginning videos, but every once in a while I like to throw an F word in there, And I can't bring you to recovery. Rob can't bring you to recovery. We are insight tools. You have to put the work in. We can only show you insights. We have very specific insights because of what we went through and where we are now, especially Rob, been doing this for 15 years. I've been coming up on doing this maybe for a year or so. But, speaking in the webinars, I can tell pretty quickly when someone's willing, when they're actually ready to go through with the recovery process. And I'm not talking about the doubts and all that other shit that comes along. I'm talking about this person is like, I'm no longer putting myself in this victim box. I'm going to do what it takes to get better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit different. Like I said, I love here's the front of the box. Memory. So, I'll probably need another one. I also have another one up there too, where I keep all my birthday, and I'm not kidding you, I have like cards stacked, which is it. We were going through that one time and I was like, there's $200 in one of these cards. It was like from, I don't know how long ago. So go through your cards. You might have leftover money. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below what you think is important for your life. It might be video games. I'm not saying that's, inherently wrong. I can't imagine that that's the experience that someone is really looking for at the end of their life. I really don't. It's an easy experience and can be a lot of fun. You're talking to a huge video game person, but it's not, I don't think it's that's the word I'm looking for. There's no meaning in it. And we don't need meaning, right? Then you go down there, but what if I don't have meaning? But you know what I mean. It just doesn't have that, it doesn't do anything for me. I still play video games on my phone from time to time, Candy Crush or poker games, but usually it needs to be balanced. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Again, comment down below, like, subscribe, get this out there. This is important for you to get to know me a little bit better. Too many times people are just like so robotic in their videos. And if you watch my videos, that ain't me. So thank you so much and have a great day.